Good morning, Glass Boys and Girls. It's Miss Ellen, and there's Sunshine, and she's sitting with the SKJK class that I have in front of me today. Oh my, what a bunch of smiling faces you are, and how you have changed. How different you all look. That's what COVID does to us, isn't it? It changes us in more ways than one. Well, today's story is about Mary and Martha and how they invited Jesus to come and be at their house. And before he arrived, they would have dusted and swept their house and made special preparations for what they were going to serve him. But when he finally arrived and they invited him in, Mary went and sat with him as he spoke and listened to his stories. But Martha, Martha, she was still busy doing all kinds of things because she worried that it wouldn't all get done, and she worried that it would be really special for Jesus. And finally, Martha couldn't take it anymore. There she was, still working away, doing the last-minute preparations of the food and finishing setting the table. And Mary was spending the whole time at Jesus' feet. And finally, Martha said, "Jesus, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work? Tell her to come and help me." "Martha, Martha," Jesus said, "you are so worried and upset about many things, but one thing is most important, and Mary has chosen what is better, and I will not take it away from her." Well, what did Jesus mean by that? How is it that Mary had chosen the more important things? Well, let's explain it this way. These are all the important things: praying, listening to what God has to say to us in His Word, giving thanks for all the things that He has done. Those are the important things. Caring for other people. I'm using these rocks as a symbol for all those things. And obeying God. Those are the most important things. The other things, as represented by the sand in this glass, and you notice the glasses are the same size, that sand represents all the other things that we have to do in our day. And sort of what Jesus was saying is, Martha was putting all the other things first, and then when it was time for the godly things, she didn't have anything left over. I can't fit all the rocks in to that jar. But Jesus said, if we do the most important things first, like this, all those things, learning about God, being thankful and praising Him, wow, look at that, all the rocks that we had fit in. And then we do all the other things that are also important, like our schoolwork, chores around the house, helping Mom and Dad, even going out and playing. That's important, to have some fun. Guess what? If we put God first, all the other things will fall into place. You know what I like about this little object lesson, or this little experiment, which you can do at home, but be sure that your parents maybe have given permission that you do this inside. It would be better to do this in your sandbox, and be careful you don't break your jars. But did you notice that after you put all the rocks in and you go about your daily chores, do you see those rocks peeking out? That's kind of the way our life is, that when we make God most important, that others people come and see us, and they see the godliness in our lives peeking out. Do you see that? That's a pretty amazing lesson to learn. All from the story of Mary and Martha. and making God first, like Mary did in her life. And Martha, I think, learned an important lesson too, that from then on, she too would put the important things, the godly things first in her life, and she would find out that all the other things that she thought were so important, she'd still be able to fit into her life. And that is a wonderful way to end our week this week, especially as we move into our summertime fun, that we should not forget doing the godly things first, even while we are enjoying our summer holidays. And so with that, I'm going to say goodbye, and we'll see you another time.